All right. Put this over here. I'm trying to figure out a place to set this here mic. I'll just keep it right here. Fuck it. Hug it. Let's keep it right here. Here we go. You guys like with this? You like with this blue light? I got this blue light over my head. Look. Let's see. This blue light over my head is making me look like my hair is kind of blue, bluish gray. Of course, my hair is. Put this right here. There we go. That's more like it. What is cracking, everybody? It's a little cat. Yes, it is. Say hi, little cat. She looks pretty comfortable, though, huh? Pretty damn comfortable. Yeah. It's the co-star. She's doing everything in her power to get comfortable. Was cracking Frankie 2 times, John McHugh, Tattoo Netton, John Kendrick, Cheryl, the original Crow Man, my boy Cisco. Hey, what's up? What's up, dog? Hey. I didn't mean to miss your call, man. It's just been fucking nuts, brother. Nuts. I'll give you a call after this one if you're available. It's cool. Do your thing. What's up? Thank you for supporting the content. Ben Yusuf was cracking. Carla Tab. The original Crow Man. I'll use Gabe Miller. OG Scotty Blunts. Brian Tucker. All right. So. All right, my boy. I'll give you a call anyways, right when we're done with this. This is a surprise live. Yeah, we doing good, Juan Ortiz Velasquez. This cat. I keep setting her down on the ground. She just keeps jumping up. And in order for her not to knock everything over, it's going to keep her here. OG Scotty Blunt's nice pussy. Yep. All right. So let me go ahead and adjust this up a little bit like that. You gonna relax, cat, or what? This is chilling. All right. Outlaw Barber, yes, sir. I know it's you. I already know when I see Outlaw Barber. I got you. What's good, y'all? Oklahoma. All right, so yesterday we had some technical difficulties. If you were on the live, you would have known, you'd have seen it. And some people were taking credit. You know what kind of people I'm talking about. Some people were taking credit for making that happen, but guess what? Ron Jeremy was cracking. So here's what we found out. So I'm using a laptop. It's a new laptop. And the antivirus software that was provided on the laptop, I just left it on there. I didn't upgrade it to any other kind of software. And what this antivirus software was doing, and I don't even need to throw the name out there. You guys probably know after what I'm going to tell you. So what this thing kept doing is it kept blocking my own IP over and over and over again, like every 5 minutes. Like, the connection was trying to go out through my VPN and all that stuff, and it kept blocking it over and over and over and over again. I actually had it looked at today and found out that that's what was happening. So what I did is I just got rid of that antivirus software and put something new on it. I got the same VPN, so that was kind of like lead me to believe that there's no way that somebody can get into this computer past that VPN, through that modem or anything like that. I mean, you got to be the Don fucking Mega. You got to be the Don Mega to be able to get through this shit. All of these proxies and VPNs and router and modem and everything that's going on. So many checkpoints you have to get through. You'd be better off breaking into the Social Security office. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, you know, and yeah. So I don't know if this is happening again, but I think it's something. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that there's no way. Not the VPN that I'm using. And mind you, I'm not using some cheap free download VPN, guys. Believe you me, I'm not. With the kind of people that I have gunning for me out there, I promise, trust and believe, I'm using some top of the line shit. Cat's knocking everything off over there. So that's basically what happened. Is my antivirus software was killing my video rendering. That's why I could still see you guys leaving comments on the video, but I wasn't getting anywhere. So, you know, I fixed it. I correct the problem. So I seriously doubt that we will have any kind of use the Brave browser, have Proton Mail for email, and encrypt all phone calls with Signal at a bare minimum. Yeah. I got a lot of bells and whistles, guys. I got a lot of bells and whistles, but I just wanted to basically assure you guys that nothing like that will ever happen, because if that was to happen, they would do a lot more damage than just knock off my video rendering. But anyways, Born Supreme, JD, how's the house hunting coming along? Are you getting hold fast of your moment? You know what? I stopped with the house hunting for right now because it was just too much drama going on with it. I'm shelling out all this money for houses that don't even pass inspection, or they don't have their insurance. Homeowners Association didn't have their insurance right. Another one, somebody completely decked out the whole inside of the house, but the roof was made of pure mold. It was a bunch of termites holding hands on the main support beam underneath the house because it wasn't sitting on a slab. All these things were going on, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to wait. What I'm basically going to do, like I said, with the things that I'm training in right now and the investments that I'm making, I'm just going to buy a beat-up-ass, fucked-up-ass house, and I'm going to completely restore it. Hopefully it's one of them old school houses, because I like those, and I'm going to completely restore it. Yeah. But that's what it is. I just wanted to basically let you guys know that wasn't nothing. It was, if anything, it was coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It was coincidence. That was it. That's it. Born Supreme, some of the homes are made of brick, some are made of lumber. Yeah, it's quite a coincidence, but trust me, Cali Kush, it was definitely a coincidence. You know what I mean? Because believe me, man, it would have been a lot worse. If somebody had really gotten into the system, it would have been a whole lot worse. Plus, not only that, I got all kinds of like two-way verifications and everything. in order to get into this, you'd have to get into my Gmail. And nobody attempted to log into my Gmail at all. Yeah, that's all it is. They're just trying to act like they got some kind of skills. But like I said, they'd be better off like breaking into the Social Security office. So, you know what? People will get on here, guys. People will get on here and they'll annoy you. They'll talk shit. They'll leave multiple comments like over and over and over again to try to get YouTube to flag my channel. They do all these different things. But that's about all that they can do. RO, no, nobody hacked me. Nobody hacked me. Like I said, man, the VPN that I'm using, I'm not gonna discuss which VPN brand I'm using, but trust and believe it's definitely up there in performance. Dominique Pizzo was cracking. Cisco Kid, what's going on? Yeah, but that's it. So another thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is I just dropped I just completed 2 lives today. Two interviews. So I interviewed DJ Vodka, the guy that wrote The Green Wall. What's happening, David Becker? I interviewed DJ Vodka, who wrote the Green Wall book. As a matter of fact, where is his book? So this guy's book right here. So I interviewed that guy today. I also interviewed somebody that I was in the federal prison system with, older Native American cat named Dennis Mickle, and he's got a pretty interesting story, man. It's I haven't really seen any natives getting interviewed on any of these channels ever, so I decided to interview this guy because he's a good friend of mine. And so that should be dropping on Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'll drop the DJ Vodka video tomorrow, and it'll run tomorrow, and it'll run on Monday, and then Mickle's interview will run Tuesday and Wednesday. So you got 2 back-to-back interviews, pretty good. I think you guys will be pleased with the long break that I took from doing interviews. You can see that I got back up on my game because interviews were kind of wearing on me there, if you guys remember, because it's a lot of work, you know what I mean? It's a lot of work to do these interviews and stuff, and I was pretty drained and pretty tired the last time, so yeah. Hey, Oklahoma, he did very well, man. Like I said, he's older. He's up there in years and in wisdom. So he was pretty comfortable. You know, he didn't stutter. He didn't lose his train of thought. He stuck straight to what he believes. And I think a lot of the stuff that he's going to tell you guys is going to shock you, some of the stuff that he said. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I believe he's Chippewa or something. Is what he said. But he's a good dude, man. He's a really good cat. You want to make some good guacamole for tomorrow's game? You know, I've never been a fan of guacamole. Oh, look, everybody. Here's the insignificant little man again. Here's the insignificant little man again. The guy that came on here and thought he did something. He thought he did something with mommy's computer. You already know who the real dad is, bitch. You're looking at him right here. You're looking at him. Go make another profile, punk. Hey, why don't you go hack into my IP address again, buddy? Why don't you go hack in? Go hack in again. Hey, look, the cat's playing fetch. She should bring it right back to me again. He's a Ku Klux Klan member now. First he was running with Big Chivo gang, and now he's a member of the Klan. But little do you know, he's just a little insignificant little man. Insignificant little man. Where did he go? He's making another profile with some kind of a mind-boggling, mind-blowing name. What kind of a name will he come up with this time? Even the cat's laughing at you. Even the cat laughs. Come on, cat. Give him the middle finger. Give him the middle finger. There you go. Give him the middle paw. Well, Cali Kush, this COVID thing is what's making these it's what making these trolls a lot worse these days. You know, what used to be a weekend warrior affair has turned into an everyday thing. Defining Moments podcast. What the hell? China virus. What is going on, my buddy? Good to see you on here. It's the first time I've seen you in my live. You get to see all the fun. You get to see, you know, the people that like sniff my seat and stalk me and have created shrines about me. Yeah, my biggest fan. Defining Moments podcast, man. Where the hell you been, my man? We need to catch up. China virus is getting to him. Yes, it is. You know what it is? It's Joe Biden has emboldened them. That's what it is. I guess that's kind of a stretch. He's been doing it before Biden. I love you too, Defining Moments podcast. We know who you are, Mr. Wong Lam. So you guys see Defining Moments podcast right here? If you remember that roast, that New Year's roast that I did, that's him right here. So you guys see that Defining Moments podcast? You guys go give him a subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel. Go give him a subscribe. He does a lot of professional interviews. He's a lot more articulate with his words than I am. I'm just an arrogant, sarcastic type of a guy, but he's actually the real deal. You guys go check him out. Go give him a subscribe. Look, he came back as Anthony Fitton, and he's calling me a 5'5" chubby little man. Hey, Defining Moments podcast. Am I 5'5"? Because I could have swore I was 6 foot tall. I could have swore I was 6 foot, 5'11" and a half, almost 6 foot, with shoes on, 6 foot even. Well, Anthony Fitton, the only thing that's stopping you is fear, air, and common sense. You like to blast my address and stuff around. Why don't you just show up? Why don't you knock at the door? You got this live right here that's telling me I'm inviting you over to my house for dinner. Nice fucking knuckle sandwich. Well, I'm not running from you. I'm telling you should come over. Come over to my house. You know where it's at, right? Didn't you try to put addresses out there on people? Try to get people's family in the middle of your infatuation with me? You ain't going to drop your address. All you need to do is just knock at the door, buddy. Just knock at the door. You know what I mean? No cameras, no cops, no nothing. I got a busted sewer pipe outside that I would love to introduce you to. Nice busted sewer pipe with a whole lot of mud up on the lawn. I would love to introduce you to a close range. Watch what? I'm watching. I still don't hear you knocking. I don't hear you knocking at the door. Yeah, I ran from a fight. That's right. Come on. It should be an easy fight. Then you should just come over and knock at the door. It should be pretty easy. Red state, blue state don't matter anymore, pal. Not when it comes to racial accusations. Red state, blue state don't matter. All right, you're not going to come over here. You're just going to keep sniffing my seat. So guess what? Abracadabra. Poof, be gone, bitch. You are out of here. Gone. Come back when you're knocking at the door, buddy. Come back when you're knocking at the door. Other than that, I just used you as toilet paper. I wiped my ass with you and I flushed you. And now you're on my back lawn. I sent him to the cornfield. You know what it means to get sent to the cornfield? If you ever watch those old Twilight Zone episodes, you'll know what I'm talking about. Defining Moment podcast. I just made PBR live, Friday Night Live, Saturday Night Live great again. I normally deal with those kind of people when I'm taking a dump because it helps my digestion. It helps me pass it a lot easier. I don't know about the rice field, Defining Moments podcast, but if you watch that old Twilight Zone, that one little kid who had powers, he used to send everybody to the cornfield and they'd never be seen again. So that's where we'll send the troll. Cisco 831 Salad Bowl, Southeast LA. City of Norwalk, La Mirada. Northwest Orange County, Buena Park. I ran around all that, but my main stomping grounds was the city of Norwalk. Is this Dobson's explicit channel? Are you attempting to troll too? With your weirdness, talking about chomos and such? You know, the people that call people chomos are usually chomos themselves. The one thing that we learned coming up in the system, that if you call somebody a chomo and you call somebody a homosexual and you call somebody a rat, chances are you're all three of the above yourself. You know, chances are you ran all three of the above. Well, Dobson's explicit channel, prove it. Prove it. Prove that I ran SNY. Prove it. Because you know what we do to clowns that got accusations like you in prison? You usually get stabbed and end up on SNY yourself. You're another one, guy. You feel so strongly about it, you should also knock at the door. Yeah, I'm lying to all my supporters. Well, all you got to do is prove it, pal. Oh, you're gonna start with the. I think you need to go over to Savage Studios channel. Go sniff some seats over there. You're out of here. Goodbye. I got a quick trigger finger, guys. Knocking trolls down like fucking Buffalo Bill, like Wild Bill Hickok. Bam, 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 bam. Just taking them down. They've been sniffing my seat. They can already tell you what I had for lunch. They can tell you what I had for dinner last night. I'll give them their 2 seconds of fame, and then I'll get them right up out of here. Yep. That's usually what happens. These S and Y type people that like to, they're just repeating the behavior they did when they were in prison, when they used to yell through the doors, call you all kinds of names, and then tell the cops on you whenever you did anything. Those kind of people, now they're on the internet because COVID has let them out of prison. COVID has let a lot of these seat sniffers and S&Ys out of prison. So now they troll the internets because old habits are hard to break. You know what I mean? Old habits are hard to break. So here they are on my channel. Because this is officially the real right here. Not only do I got a newspaper article that verified me, my stories, my whereabouts. Not only do I have that, but I got one of my homies that's going to come on my channel. And not only that, but the guy that I just interviewed today, Mickle, verified me as well. So at the end of the day, you're actually looking at the truth. But you notice how I keep it humble, guys. I don't get on here and talk about how I'm this fucking big old giant tough guy, shot caller. I mean, was never really into the shot calling. I did me, man. I kept my nose clean. I was there for the homies when they needed me. I did what I had to do. And that's that. But I was never no fucking boss hauling, fucking shot calling and all that shit. I was just a regular convict. Stay GP from beginning to end. And that's real deal Holyfield right there. Jack Jerry, no, I've never been to Canada. Get Dominion to verify you, JD. Definitely. Even Dominion knows it. I mean, because you guys don't hear me coming on here. Okay, here's how you know when somebody's real. All right? And you're going to see this in Mickle. When my boy Mickle's on, when his interview show drops on Tuesday, you're going to see it from a man who had a B number, a man who was in the California Department of Corrections in the 70s, was in the CYA in California in the 60s, was in the Arizona prison system, was in the Nevada prison system, was in the BOP. This guy, Mickle, you're going to see him. He's a real one. And you're going to see right off the bat, he doesn't get on here like, yeah, I stabbed this motherfucker and I smashed this fool and I was running this yard and I was running that yard. Those kind of people are fake, man. And then when you get these dudes that come on here and expose all kinds of game, that starts dropping all kinds of information videos on how to do this and how to do that, making it tough on the guys that are still in there just to get some views, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? You know what it is. You will know them by their fruits. The fruits of their labor, what they talk about, how they describe things. Somebody that's really been through the ringer, it's a hard thing to talk about, people. It's a hard thing to talk about. When you have really been through the grind, you've really killed some people, you've really stabbed and killed some people, dead, it's difficult to talk about. When you've smashed people out, when you've done this, when you've done that, your PTSD, the images, the smell. Because when 5 guys are stomping some dude out and they're doing a great deal of hitting themselves in the process, or when you got 2 dudes that are tuning some dude up real bad, I mean, they're just fucking smashing this guy. If that dude goes unconscious, guess what? He pisses himself, he shits himself. I've seen a few people crap themselves because they've been knocked unconscious. I've seen people piss themselves because it's just so much. There's so much going on, the emotions and everything. You start losing your bodily function. People have thrown up on themselves. I'm no Romeo. What's cracking? Right back at you. But you hear me? You guys hear what I'm saying? For any of you that's really done time in a higher security facility and you've seen the worst of the worst, that's a hard thing to talk about, man. It's really a hard thing to talk about. I mean, these people get on these channels with ease, man, and just talk about all this stuff. And what it tells me is that they don't know what they're talking about. They ain't never seen anything. They heard about that story third party, but they didn't actually live that because you could see it in their eyes if they had. You could see it. That's all I'm saying, folks. You know, it's just, and I've tried, man. I've tried to get on here. I've tried to talk about things that I've experienced in the system, where it happened at, when it happened, who was involved. But I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. It's just like I'm a firm believer that I can continue to inspire. I can continue to give you some dope-ass content without doing that. Without doing that. You're selling yourself out for some crumbs. You may be irrelevant. Look at, you might be irrelevant in a year. People might get so sick of watching your channel a year from now, when you run out of shit to talk about, what's gonna happen then? You know what I mean? But yeah. Slim Jim 213, we're talking about you PC type of people that get on here and bump your gums, but you don't ever do nothing in the flesh. You're the kind of gangsters that when you see the cops, you're like, don't shoot, officer, I surrender. That's the kind of people you are. But talk a good one on these lives. That's what we're crying about, buddy. You could spot an S&Y from a mile away, people, just by how they communicate on these lives. Or people that don't even have, the people that haven't gotten any real schooling, they haven't had any real OG guidance. Anthony Shepard, I kind of backed off from that guy and the rest of them. A lot of people were trying to psychoanalyze and understand why I dropped that video with that apology and all that stuff. Cookie Love, thank you for the $5. When you buy your video fixing it up. Oh, thank you. I didn't do that for anybody but myself, for my own humility. And that at the end of the day, that's basically, what it is. You know what I mean? He likes to wear skinny pants? Probably, huh? What's up, Corey Ferguson? Well, Slim Jim, you're acting like one when you're on here wolfing that garbage. You know what I mean? I think I've even seen you on Savage's channel once upon a time. A couple of times. When you're on here like spitting out that foolishness out of your face, it just makes you look bad, bro. Because, like real solid homies and shit like that, to them, you just look like a cell soldier when you're on here talking shit in the comments like that. You coming in here disrupting my video, my live, with stuff like that, it just leads me to believe that you went out backwards. Because I've been in all kinds of lives. I'll tell you like this, guys. I've been in so many different people's lives. I've been on people that I don't like. I've watched their videos, I've been on their channels, people I can't stand, right? And I've never disrespected them in their comments. Because to me, it's just like, why would I do that? Now, as far as dropping a video, if you want to make a channel, if you want to put out your own channel and you want to talk shit on your channel, well, that's different. But when you go to somebody else's platform and you do that, it just makes you look bad. Your G file? I don't know what a G file is. I know what a C file is. But I don't know what a G file is. Just think about what you're doing, Slim Jim. You're in somebody's live and you're trolling. So what does that make you? When you're in somebody's live and you're trolling. I always tell these trolls and stuff like that, a couple of them I give them props because they actually made channels. But when you troll other people's channels and disrupt their lives, that's like cell banging, man. That's like net banging to me. It don't make sense to me because I don't do it. I've been in, like I said, I've watched other people's videos. I've been in their channels, and I've never said nothing disrespectful to them or their viewers or nothing. Ash Cusham, a C file is your central file in the CDC. Oh no, Sureños don't make YouTube channels. Says who? Says who? So then you need to go and you need to tell Swifty Blue, Coneo, all those rappers to stop making music. You need to go do that, Slim Jim. Get on it. You're over there in Los Angeles, right? Take a drive down to Paramount and tell Swifty Blue to cease and desist all his music. Shouldn't be making music about the homies. Shouldn't be on there rapping about the business, right? Go tell him. Go tell him stop making music. And if he gets on there and says, okay, everybody, I'm not making music no more, I'm done. I'll be done. I'll follow suit. But he ain't going to do that. That's why I'm not going to get off my channel. I guarantee you that Slim Jim is not going to answer to that. Promise you. I promise you he will not answer to that one. And that's what I tell all these homies that get on here saying, hey, homie, you're not supposed to have a YouTube channel. You're not supposed to be speaking on camera. Says who? Says who? Ain't nobody on here exposing game. Ain't nobody on here dropping names. I'm not on here talking about what the homies are doing at Salinas, what the homies are doing up there in Folsom, New Delano. I'm not telling them who's running the yard over there at freaking Centinela. How about Danny Trujillo? Why don't you go tell him to stop making movies? He was running on the yard with the fellas back, in the 60s and 70s. Why don't you tell him to stop making movies? See, what I tell you, he ain't going to say nothing to this because he knows I'm right. Peter Lopez, yes, in the CDC only, not in the feds, though. The feds, that don't apply. I'm just wondering why. Well, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for a response to that. Every time, guys, every time one of these guys tell me that I'm not supposed to be on here, I tell them the same thing. Okay, well, then go tell Danny Trujillo to stop making movies. Go tell Swifty Blue, Conejo, Mr. Criminal, Capone, all of them to stop making music. Tell them to stop. Go tell Baby Jokes to stop making movies. Go tell Charlie Roll Campos to cease and desist. Go tell High Power Records to cease and desist. Why are you only coming after my YouTube channel, but you ain't telling them nothing? Yeah, OG Black Show, they may pay. They may pay something, but I doubt it. You know, because you gotta know that Danny Trujillo started in the movies way back in the days before the homies were even like that. But all these rappers and shit, I guarantee you they ain't paying nothing. Because there ain't no big homie. I promise you. There ain't no big homie that's going to approve of some of the stilo that some of these new age rappers have. There's big homies that ain't going to approve of that shit at all. I promise you. Promise you. Capone pays good money. Yeah, well, if they're on there like they're still up in the mix. You want to know why they're probably paying money? I'll tell you why they're probably paying money. They're paying money for protection. So they don't get jacked, so they don't get robbed. But other than that, they're not paying just to be in existence. Because if that's the rule, if that's the golden rule, then nobody should be doing it. But like I told you, I haven't even seen this guy say one word since I mentioned that. Not one peep. You know what I mean? He's actually not even on here anymore. But yeah, I just, you know what I mean? Like I said, are there Hawaiians in California prisons? Yeah. They usually run with the others. Yeah, but like I said, OG Black, they're paying for protection. If they really are paying somebody, they're paying for protection. So they don't get robbed. Yeah, I mean, but I could tell you this, like straight up. If you on here and you talking about like trust and believe that I know people too. I know people too. And ain't nobody told me anything about cease and desist. I actually, like I said, I saw my boy, he passed through here not too long ago, stopped off at my house. He didn't tell me anything. He didn't put a bullet in me or poke a hole in me or nothing. But like I said, those dudes don't pay to be in existence. Those dudes pay for protection. If they pay anything at all. I honestly don't believe it. But, you know. You got to think, like, look at Savage Studios. He's still out there making videos. And nobody said nothing to him at all, ever. And he went the total opposite direction of everything. So I just, like I said, man, it's every time one of these dudes comes at me and one of these dudes comes at me with this, I'm not supposed to be on camera. It's like, well, why are you watching me to begin with? You know, you're just as guilty as I am then if you're watching it. Mr. Joe, the friendly local cholo, what's cracking? Yeah, that's true, Mad Max, but you would think that somebody would shut him down over there in Cali, you know what I mean? If indeed people, because of like some of the content he's put out there, you know what I mean? About not paying taxes and all that shit. You would think that somebody would have showed up to correct that. So why would somebody trip on a dude who basically went through the whole system, left the system in one piece without owing any debt, without getting fucked off, without getting smashed over the yard, without debriefing? Somebody like myself that did the right thing the whole time, that he did his time, and now I get off. And I got a YouTube channel, and I don't expose any game. Goodbye once again. This guy just don't stop, man. Look at he found some poor unfortunate soul's address and blasted it right here on here. Jeez. Yeah, saying, yeah, Zod, and you know, shout out to Zod, Neil Zod. He does his channel just right. He doesn't expose any game. He doesn't fucking put people on blast or anything like that. You know what I mean? He just does his channel. He runs his content. Jack Jerry, they said, did California integrate SNY and GP only on a lower level yards? All right, I'm no Romeo. You take care. You have a good night. I'm actually going to get off here in a few minutes. Like I said, I just wanted to get at you guys, you know what I mean? Cookie Love, thank you for the $2 when you buy your house. Sorry for my whoops. It's okay. Thank you for that right there. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any other ones. You have to get off on one of those integrated yards. You are if you're active. If you calling yourself a sureño and you're on a fucking integrated yard, Your first clue would be you're on your first clue that you're doing something wrong is the fact that you know you're on an integrated yard. That's your first clue. Your second clue would be that if nobody else is doing nothing, then that pretty much kind of like devalues the entire yard that you're on. So yeah, you're gonna get off. You're gonna get off that yard. Unless you want to go home on your EPRD date. If you want to go home on your EPRD date, your earliest possible release date, which is the EPRD, then you'll probably stay there. Yep, because they want to go home. And I think that's what Bozo was talking about. You know what I mean? When Bozo said you guys want to go home on your EPRD date, that's when he caught the attention of old dude when he dropped a video about him. But he's right, you know, in that regard. You know, you can't call yourself an active Sureño. You can't call yourself a fucking hardcore gangster killer, all that stuff, and you're going to program on one of those yards. Basically, what you should call yourself at that point is I'm a man who wants to go home to his family. I'm not none of that stuff. But instead, these people will program on these yards. They'll get out, and they'll talk about what a badass they were in prison. They'll talk about how bad, how tough they were in there, how many people they beat up, how they were running the yard and fucking bench pressing 6,000 pounds, and fucking they had all the drugs and all the canteen and all that. And I mean, we already know, people, what it is, you know what I mean? We already know what it is. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Equivalent to stolen valor. And you know what? I addressed that, guys. You know, when we were talking about, you know, the other thing, it's like, in my mind, it's if you were to ask me on a side note, personally, what do I think about stolen valor and people exposing game? I'll tell you that it's a no good. It's a no-no. I don't approve of it. I don't like it. I won't watch it. But at the end of the day, if people are happy and hearing that stuff, it's, who am I to say anything? You know what I mean? Yep, the cat got tired of the troll too. But that one guy, man, came on here and started trolling and then told me how he's an active GP. Check my C file or G file. When you get on somebody's channel and you start bumping your gums, I mean, anybody who's anybody will already tell you, That's not what homies do. And plus, man, if I'm on here and I ain't exposing game and I'm keeping it real, and he's a homie, he should be supporting that. He should be on here giving me a thumbs up. He should be, you know what I mean? But you see what I get? I get it from all angles, people. I get it from all angles. People just hating on me, man. And wait till I'm going to do a video about a lot of the reasons behind that. Getting ready to put a video together about privilege. The white version of privilege. I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I've been reading a lot of material regarding it. And I've gathered quite a few examples of what people are talking about, why they think it, and all this stuff. I'm going to break it all down for you. Coming from somebody that has never benefited not one day in his life from his skin color is me. Believe that. Never once have I benefited from my skin color. Never. Ever. I think the only time I ever benefited from my skin color is having a backpack full of cocaine when I was like 15, 16 years old. And them just telling them not stopping me or doing anything. But that could be summed up to the fact that there was a lot going on that day when I walked past the cops. Jack Jerry, is there a gay gang in prison? It's called the Gay Boy Gangsters, from what I'm told. One of your Facebook friends did a great book about white privilege. Don't hate me because I'm white. Who did that, John? Was that you? Did you write that book? Oh, Glenn. Okay. I'll check it out. Talking about Glenn Langhor? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to Glenn a few times. I got his phone number. I haven't talked to him in some time. Yeah, he's a good dude. He's another real one. Glenn Langhor is another real one. He's been certified and verified forwards and backwards as well. I actually know some cats who did time with him that know him real good. He's even mentioned a couple of the people that I know. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Glenn's with the business. He really cares about those men that he's trying to help. That's for sure. OG Black, thank you for the 100s. And if you guys are not familiar with OG Black on here, go check his show out. He has his own channel. I always like to give people a shout out whenever there other people from other channels are on here. So last night we had Dirty Weather 916. We had Dubs V. Go check out the Dubs show, Dubs channel. Go check out Dirty Weather 916. Just check their contents out. Give them a subscribe. Give them a thumbs up. Do all the good deeds of helping them out in their content. Frankie Cisco Trevino. See, you got one right here, Black. You got one right here. Peter Lopez, I haven't had a chance to watch that one yet. Yeah, you guys go check out Wrong to Strong too. That's my boy JC. Me and JC, we're pretty cool. Fishing Up a Storm, exactly. Nate Dogg 916. It's funny because Nate Dogg 916 actually said you were the first person to donate on his super chat. I think that was you, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've checked out 30 to Life. He's doing pretty good. Yeah, Dirty Weather doesn't get the views that he should. Dirty Weather has actually always been entertaining to me. I don't know why he don't get the views. Oh, Soy tu padre, where's Kenneth Shavely? I have no idea, man. I haven't talked to Kenneth in weeks. Maybe he did get kidnapped by the aliens. He could be getting probed right now for all we know. Oh, I really hope that ain't happening. It's nothing worse than getting probed by aliens. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of this one right here. I just wanted to come on here basically and tell you guys that nobody hacked me. Nobody broke into my system. Nobody shut me down. Nobody did anything to that effect. I had some really shitty antivirus software that didn't work right. Do I still watch Hard Intentions? Yeah, I do. I'm still cool with Hard Intentions. W. Higgins, did what hurt? I can't wait for this one. I'm gonna wait for that one. Did what hurt? What hurt? Larry Lawton's all right. He's cool. I haven't watched him too much. After Prison Show, I haven't watched that shit in a long time. I don't even know if he's still even making videos. Oh, did it hurt the probe? Okay. No, the probe doesn't hurt too much. Just for a split second when it's first going in. That's about it. Other than that, you good. Did I do my 113 burpees today? 10-13? Nope. I don't do burpees anymore because my job is like 10 hours of aerobics, pretty much. And so if you notice, I've lost a great deal of weight. I'm in like perfect shape, but my body hurts because it's a lot for a 47-year-old man. Yep, stories written by a current prisoner's good channel as well. All right, guys, but I'm outro. So I want to let you know, guys, know that your boy Big JD, like I said, man, these dudes are gonna have to put a bullet in my forehead, but they're not gonna do that. And that's all it is to it. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Be on the lookout for tomorrow's DJ Vodka interview. Be on the lookout for Dennis Mickles' interview to drop on Tuesday and Wednesday. But until then, much love to you guys, and I'm outro.